morning. It is a very, very early morning, and I am out without the husband, without the kids, and yeah, I stopped and got me some breakfast. I did. And I have a couple of things that I'm going to be getting done today, which is why I'm out early. My husband, he is at work, so the kiddos are with the grandparents, so I took advantage of this morning to have to myself. It is so important to have some time to yourself, you know. But before we get into all of today's doings, I want to say, if you are new to this channel, welcome. And I hope that you will go ahead and click that subscribe button and become a part of the family. I'm sure that there will be something here on this channel that you will enjoy. If you are returning, you already know I thank God for you. I appreciate you for tuning in week after week to hang out with me and my family, or to, you know, just see what we got going on. But I pray that as you are watching this video, you are having a wonderful day, whatever day it is that you are tuned in. But I have a lot to do today. It is Wednesday, and so it's the middle of the week. We have a barbecue sale coming up this week. Not this weekend, because my husband works this weekend. So we have a barbecue sale coming up Friday. So I have a lot of prep to do today, and not necessarily prep for the barbecue, but prep for the house, because with my kids being at home still, it's kind of hectic to try to get up, cook breakfast, get them together, have lunch, cook lunch, and then I have to cook and prepare for a barbecue sale. And so today I'm going to be proactive. Yes, I am. I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me y'all, I'm going to go ahead and prep 3 different types of breakfasts because my son, he is hooked on cream of wheat. He can eat cream of wheat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But of course, I'm introducing him to other foods, and he does well. But when he doesn't do well, we have to give him cream of wheat. And, you know, I remember when my daughter went to the doctor one time, and she was just stuck on spaghetti, French fries, and eggs. She could eat that all day, every day. And I was concerned, because I said, well, you know what? She has to get used to other foods, you know. And her doctor, I'll never forget it, she said, if she's eating, and if it's the same thing every day, then that's what's important, that she's a fed child. If she's eating the same things every day at this age, kids are very, you know, picky and particular. Just make sure she's fed. I wouldn't worry about her not wanting to eat other things until she gets older. So now that I've had that go around, and my son is kind of doing the same thing, I'm not as freaked out. And I wasn't freaked out, but you know, when you're a new mom, so many things you're trying to, you know, make sure you're doing right. And yeah, but now that this is my second go around, I'm not really worried about him eating cream of wheat all the time. If he's fed, which, if I'm gonna show y'all my son today. That little stomach is just sitting out. He's like a little old man with a big old belly. My son ain't, he's not lacking. He's not lacking for food. So I'm not really worried about that. But I want to be proactive and cook a few breakfast options, and vacuum seal them and have them prepared for, you know, you get up for the, especially for the adults. You can get up, get you a sandwich out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave, and go on about your day. or having like lunch already prepped and ready to go. Pop it in the microwave, pop it in the oven, however you want it, and you're good to go. So I'm going to be doing that today. I also have a ton of, I don't want to say a ton of laundry, but I do have laundry to sort through and put away. What I've been doing lately, my kids, and if you know anything about children, they don't stay small. They literally, you buy them one shoe and 2 weeks later, they're probably not in them. And so I'm going through my kids' clothes to sort through to see what they can and cannot fit anymore. And I'm putting them to the side to either bless someone, sell them, or donate. And when I tell y'all, I have boxes and bags, and I didn't realize that my kids had so much, but God has been so good to us. We've had so many people to bless us with new clothes, gently new clothes. And so I just want to be able to return that blessing, whomever God will lay on my heart to bless. So I'm doing that. And these little people, Lord, going through these clothes for these little people, that's almost like a week's days of work, because you have socks, you got shoes, you got bloomers, you got pants, you got shorts, you got shirts, and it's just so much. It's just so much. But I had to stop by Walmart and pick up some hangers for my son's clothes, because my daughter, I only had hangers for her, but I had to get hangers for I got him hangers, and I have to go ahead and, get his clothes sorted through, get my daughter's clothes sorted through. And then I have to put in the order for clothes, because my daughter is she's tall for her age. She will be turning 3 next month, and she's already in 3T. She's been in 3T since, I want to say, October or November. So yeah, but when I get home, I'm going to do my meal preps, and I'm going to continue on with the clothes. I also have to go to the laundromat today. If you guys remember on my last vlog, I showed my TikTok rug. When I tell you I love that rug, y'all, now I'm not a big TikTok person, and I know that's like, what? I'm not. I'm not a big TikTok person. The only thing I really care about on TikTok is like home decor, cleaning hacks, and shopping. Like, I love the shopping aspect of TikTok. But as far as like scrolling for hours and reading all the stories and getting my news and everything, no. At one point I had got caught up with that, and I didn't like the way I felt. Like, I didn't like how consumed I got with it, and looked up and seen that so much time had passed, and I hadn't read my Bible, I hadn't prayed, I hadn't fixed dinner. It was so many things that I could have done in that time frame. And yeah, I'm talking about, I'm being vulnerable. I'm exposing myself. But yeah, like hours had passed, y'all, and I was on TikTok scrolling from one story to the next story and following that story to somebody else's story. And when I realized how consuming I had, gotten into it, I was like, okay, girl, we can't let any type of social media activity, I don't care if it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I don't even have a Lemon 8. I didn't even get on there. I haven't even gotten on, I think it's a new thing called Threads. I haven't even downloaded any of that. It's another app where it configures like your messages and make them sound better. I haven't downloaded that on my phone. I don't ever want to get so consumed in a social media platform that it takes me away or distracts me from doing the things that I know I need to be getting done. And then I look up and laundry is piled up, dishes haven't been done, the house is in a disarray, or I have not prayed, or I have not read my Bible. yeah, I don't ever want to be that consumed. And when I saw that for me, now I'm only speaking for me. That may not be your story, but I'm talking about for me. I had to put I had to be disciplined with it. So that I don't become so consumed in that. And then just a lot of social media can really do a number on your mental health, you know, and your spirit. Because, and I'm gonna share this and then I'm gonna move on. I was going, you know, my husband and I had hit like a bump in the road, and it was pretty heavy for me. My husband, he was dealing with it the way he was dealing with it, but for me, I was losing sleep. I was stressed. And one thing about it, I was like, okay, you know what? As a child of God, I know his word, but I can't know his word and try to implement his word, but I'm letting the cares of the situation overwhelm me and overtake me. Well, it was one point in our trial, it was one moment in our trial, I would be on social media, and I'm just, and it was like the enemy knew. Well, of course he knows when you're going through certain things, but he used social media to torment me with showing the algorithm. Somehow is now showing all the people that are in that blessed place of what we were needing. And it was like every story is somebody having having what we were needing. Somebody was rejoicing what we were needing. Somebody got what we were needing. Somebody, was making light of what we were needing. And it was like the feeling of, and I don't even want to say jealousy, and it could have been jealousy that came over me, and it was as if a darker cloud sat on top of me, and I just could not pull myself out of that space. And I thank God for, I thank God for the Holy Ghost. I really do. He began to minister to me that I was allowing myself to be consumed, and I'm being consumed with what social media is putting out there. And I've neglected getting on my face and my knees before the Lord. I've neglected to read my word. I've neglected to study, to put his word in my heart so that I can reflect on it and hold on to the promises of God. And when I realized that, I was like, okay, girl, you got to snap out of it, because social media could really send you in a deeper hole if you allow yourself to get consumed in it. And so that's my testimony for me. And maybe somebody out there has been dealing with that. Discipline yourself with it. Whether that means if you're used to laying in the bed before bedtime and you spent 2 and 3 hours scrolling on these social media apps, and then you wonder why you wake up and your morning is not the best, or you wonder why you lose sleep at night and you're not able to wake up with that peace, wake up with that joy, or you're extremely tired because your mind is heavy, your spirit is heavy. Put some, maybe set a timer on how long you're on social media. If you have an iPhone, I have an iPhone, there's a part in the iPhone settings where you can set a limit of how long you want this social media platform to be open to your disposal. I know Facebook, I set a timer. When I've exceeded that timer, it then fades out my Facebook, and I can't open it up until the next day. So yeah, or pray and ask God to help you with being overly consumed. Now I know a lot of us who have small businesses or who do YouTube and things of that nature. A lot of this is work for us, or some of these things are outlets for us. But sometimes even that can become consuming and overwhelming. But that, that spirit of comparison, it will definitely do a number on you. And you're so busy trying to catch up and be like the next person. But anywho, I pray that if somebody is out there struggling with that, that you find relief and freedom from that. Not saying to never be on social media, but to just kind of limit yourself so that your mental health is in a good position. There's so many times I've come across posts where people had to go on a social media break or social media fast because they've noticed that their mental health had started declining, or that they've felt, you know, burdened down or weighted down, and they had to remove themselves from social media. So yeah, but I did that for me. And I even kind of took a little break. As you know, you probably did not get this video on a Monday. So that meant that I just took a couple of days off. But yeah, and so I have quite a bit of things to do today. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of talking because I know I probably done already talked 13 minutes into this video. And if you made it this far, fist bump, thank you for even staying. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because obviously we're going to have a lot of chit chat. We're going to have a lot of things to communicate about, to, you know, have conversations about. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and finish my breakfast. Well, I haven't even started eating. I got a caramel iced coffee from McDonald's. Yeah. Now, I love Starbucks iced coffee, or my own, because I used to work at Starbucks many moons ago. So I kind of know how to make my own drinks at home. But I have to stock up on my coffee bar. Like, I am so low on like serve. Well, I don't even have any serves on my coffee bar, so I gotta get that together. But this is my favorite thing to eat from McDonald's. It's my favorite. I know some people are like, girl, that is not good for you. I don't eat these every day. I maybe eat these once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or maybe once a month. I typically, if you are familiar with, if you are a returning family member of this channel, then you already know I cook at home. So going out to eat, that's like a treat. It's a luxury. And if you are new here, you will see that I do a lot of cooking. But you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my breakfast, run my errands, and I'll see y'all back at the house. Peace, peace. Okay, y'all, so I am now in the kitchen where I need to go ahead and be. But I wanted to show you guys something. I am super duper excited to be working with this amazing company who reached out to me to review their products and to also offer each one of you a special deal with getting your own. So if you're like me, then you already know I love to save me a few dollars. I love to save my coin. And so this company is called Out of Air. It is a vacuum seal company that provides not only just vacuum seal bags at the best price out there, because y'all know that stuff is expensive, but they also provide the vacuum seal machine. Now, I didn't have a vacuum seal machine. It was always a desire of mine to have, because I know how important it is to be able to put your leftovers away and still be able to eat on them a little later. Vacuum seal your vegetables, your meats, your fruit, all sorts of things. And that really helps save. Y'all, I've had this machine for about, I want to say maybe 2 weeks. And when I tell you, I have already seen the benefit of having it. I have already saved quite a bit of money, because I was able to put leftover meat that I had in the freezer and know that it wasn't going to spoil, and I can pull it out later to use. I was able to put up my leftovers, meal prep my veggies, so that way I can already have them when it's time for me to cook a certain meal. And one thing that was super important to me, if you're a person that likes to cook with onions and you still have onion left over, and your fridge smell like onion and all that other stuff smell like onion, I hate that. I was able to vacuum seal that and not have to worry about my fridge smelling like a bucket of onions. So I wanted to go ahead and show y'all what it did for me and how you can get your hands on your own. Okay, so here are a few examples. These are onions that I had used, but I did not need the rest of them. So I was able to vacuum seal them. And when I tell y'all, it holds that smell. My fridge does not smell like an onion fest, or as we will say, Whataburger. It does not smell like that. Also, here are some celery sticks that I know I will end up needing sometime soon, but I did not want to lose them. Also, this is brisket trimming from when my husband had made a brisket. And y'all, look at how that looks. I mean, the vacuum seal is tight, no air, and it seals right after it has gotten all of the air out of the bag. And these are leftovers. These are ribs that we will be using tomorrow. And we've had these in the freezer, and I know that these will still be good. When I tell y'all, this has really, really, really helped my family. It helped my pockets. It helped my pockets. So when they reached out, I was like, oh, you already know. I'm game. How can I not only help me, but also help all of my other family, all my other family out there? Because y'all, with the way the economy is right now with groceries, like how I used to be able to buy groceries back just a few years back, and the grocery bill wasn't that high compared to what it is now. Why not be able to save a few dollars? The best thing about this company, they have the machines, y'all. So if you do not have a food saver, they have the machine options for you. It is so easy to use. The buttons are self-explanatory. You have your vacuum, your seal, your dry, and your moist. You literally follow the directions. And also, I've inserted a picture here where you can see all the size bags that they carry. When I tell y'all, they have every size bag that you need, whether you are putting away small vegetables to the big old portions of meat, they have every size that you need and different options. And because God is good, y'all, and because I love y'all so much and I want to share this blessing with y'all, if you go onto the website, link down below in my description box, go ahead and click that link in the description box. You're going to be able to shop on their line, shop on their website, pick whatever that you need, all the way up until February 28th, able to use my personal code homemade with molasses to receive a 10% discount off of your total purchase. I mean, that's from the machine to the packages, whatever you need. Don't miss out on this opportunity. You have until February 28th. So don't wait. Go ahead and get that discount. I told y'all, let's save some coins, not only just in products, but also in our food, and being able to be better prepared for making meals ahead, and just not having to stress on what do I need to cook, what do I need to cook this night and that night. So go ahead, click that link in my description box, shop on that website, and receive the 10% discount by using homemade with molasses code. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my first thing, and that is my butter swim biscuits. I'm doing the biscuit sandwiches, the sausage, egg, and cheese. Yeah, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich. I went ahead and got all my wet ingredients, which you already know is 2.5 cups of buttermilk. And if you have not watched my biscuit video, it's right here. You can click that link. It's in my description box. For those that watched it, you already know I use the dry buttermilk, and that's because I don't always have regular buttermilk on hand, but I always have this. So I don't want to be like, oh no, I need buttermilk and now I gotta run to the store. So I use dry buttermilk, and you mix that in your milk. You don't put it in your dry ingredient. You just go ahead and mix that in your milk. You give it a good whisk, and you just let it sit, and it'll do what it's gonna do. And I already have my dry ingredients up. That's 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this all mixed up. I have my oven preset and ready to go at 450 degrees. We're gonna let it cook for 23 minutes. 23. Now you have to know your stove. You can cook it between 22 to 25 minutes, but I cook it up 23 minutes. And if you want it a little more brown, you can put it on broil, but please don't burn your biscuits. Don't burn them. So we go ahead, we got our stick of butter inside of our Pyrex disc, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven so that that can melt, and then we can pour our mixture into the butter and get it cooking. Hey y'all, it is the next day. I was exhausted. I was exhausted yesterday, so I did not get to finish the video with showing y'all how the food turned out. Let me go ahead and show y'all how the food turned out. But trying to move some stuff around, y'all. You hear my husband and my daughter, she's doing a little physical therapy today. Today is prep day for barbecue, so he has to go get some meat and some stuff like that. I might do some home projects today that I want to get done, but I'm going to show y'all this food so y'all can see what it looked like. You enjoying your therapy, girl?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Bubba. Bubba. Hey. Hey, look at that belly. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. Well, what was that? I don't know. You want to say hey to the people?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so this is how it turned out. I wrapped them individually with plastic wrap, and then I put two to a bag, two of the same kind, and wrote on there what they were, so when someone, you know, get their food, they can know what they're getting. I did the same thing with the pancakes. If you want 2 stack, 3 stack. The kids, they typically get 1 pancake a piece. And then here's the bacon and the sausage. It's actually more than what you see on the counter. I just took some out of the refrigerator so you can kind of get a gist of what it. Ooh, I'm sorry, Bubba. So you can get a gist of what it looked like. But I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film much today. I might, depending on how. Depending on how he's feeling and how I'm feeling, and if the stores are crowded. But if this is the end of the vlog, y'all already know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in week after week to see what we are up to. But if it's not, stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Keep